Guys, trust me, it doesn't take a world-class player eternity to prove that he's actually a world-class. Notwithstanding the league, the competition he or she is actually playing. A world-class will come out anytime, any day, to prove that he's actually a world-class. You see, ADEMOLA LOOKMAN, since moving from Atlanta to Atletico Madrid, has become another demon to reckon with. Yes, this guy has become another demon to reckon with. ADEMOLA LOOKMAN have now played 7 games for Atletico Madrid and contributed 7 goals. Yes, he has played 7 games for Atletico Madrid and has 7 goals contribution. Who does that, guys, if not a world-class player? ADEMOLA LOOKMAN did not even start their second leg clash against Club Brugge last night. He was benched and immediately he came on, and it just took him 6 minutes to announce his arrival, to announce himself to the world again. Omo, where is CAF president? Please, you guys should start preparing for another African best for this young guy. You guys should start preparing. You guys should better start preparing for another African best for ADEMOLA LOOKMAN. Because right now as it stands, ADEMOLA LOOKMAN is the only African player, hitting it hard in Europe currently. Yes, he's the only African player doing it very hard in Europe currently. Come on, 7 games and 7 goals contribution. That is actually a top notch. What a performance from this guy. Sometimes when I tell you that ADEMOLA LOOKMAN is actually a peculiar player, is a unique player, many don't understand what I mean. This guy have a special way of playing his football. He has a special way of playing his football. There's no way ADEMOLA LOOKMAN will be on the pitch without doing one thing or the other that will make the world know that he's on the pitch. That is the kind of player he is. As soon as he's on the pitch, he must do one thing or the other that will announce it, that will make people know that he is actually on the football pitch. How many players will leave Italian Serie A to La Liga and hit the ground running immediately? How many players can actually do that, if not a player that is actually blessed, if not a player that is talented? Trust me, this year African best is still coming back to Nigeria. ADEMOLA LOOKMAN will actually come home with that award. ADEMOLA LOOKMAN will actually come home with that award, because right now, with the kind of performance he had in the just completed AFCON in Morocco and what he's actually doing with Atletico Madrid right now, oh my God, this guy will actually bring home the African best again, the African best award again, because he's actually on the course for it. He's doing it. He's hitting it hard. He's keeping the numbers. He's getting the number. He's accumulating the numbers. Tell me, how many African players are out there in Europe doing what ADEMOLA LOOKMAN is doing currently? Let's forget the fact that he's in Nigeria. Let's forget the fact that he's my brother. No, I'm not saying all of this because he's in Nigeria. No, far from it. How many players are in Europe doing what ADEMOLA LOOKMAN is actually doing right now? That is to say that since ADEMOLA LOOKMAN joined Atletico Madrid, there is no single match he played, there's no single match he's featured, and he doesn't get a goal contribution. There's no match ADEMOLA LOOKMAN played that he doesn't have a goal contribution. Last night here, he was benched. In fact, someone like me was actually angry. Yes, at first when I noticed that he was benched, I was angry. But only for him to come from the bench in the 70th minute, and just took him 76 minutes, to assist, to give an assist in that game. What a way to announce yourself on the pitch. Honestly, just like I said some time ago, Atletico Madrid, we are actually lucky. They are lucky. They are very, very lucky to have signed ADEMOLA LOOKMAN from Atlanta. And I think the amount of money they signed that guy from Atlanta, ADEMOLA LOOKMAN, is way, way, way better compared to the amount of money he was signed from Atlanta. Trust me, if Atlanta knew that ADEMOLA LOOKMAN was going to hit the ground running immediately, just the way he did, they would have sold him much more than how much he was sold to Atletico Madrid. This guy is actually, performing wonders, and Diego Simeone will be glad. He will be excited, to have signed ADEMOLA LOOKMAN. You see the excitement on the faces of Diego Simeone each time ADEMOLA LOOKMAN assists or score a goal for Atletico Madrid. Did you see what happened between ADEMOLA LOOKMAN and Diego Simeone yesterday down the tunnels when they were moving down to their dressing room after the game against Club Brugge, he was just hugging, he was just all over Ademola Lookman. That is how you know when a player is actually doing well. That is how you know when a player is actually doing what the coach wants. Ademola Lookman is actually on a course for something bigger this season. It's actually on a course for something bigger this season. And for those of you who actually think that Barcelona are going to do a Remontada against Atletico Madrid, trust me, that game is over. You see that Copa del Rey semi-final game, second leg game between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, that game is over. Because Atlanta winning at Barcelona 4 goals to nothing the first leg, honestly, I don't think Barcelona can do a comeback in that game. I don't see Barcelona doing a comeback in that game. That game is actually over, and Ademola Lookman is actually going to win that Copa del Rey this season. Yes, he's actually going to win that Copa del Rey this season, and I just wish and pray that he won that title so that he can solidify his chances of winning the African Best Award again this year. So, guys, what are your takes about Ademola Lookman's performance since joining Atletico Madrid? He has now played 7 matches and has 7 goal contribution to the team. Are you impressed? Do you think this is actually a right way of announcing yourself as a world-class player? Just before the AFCON tournament in Morocco, one of our African brother actually said that Ademola Lookman is not world-class. But now I believe that Ademola Lookman have convinced him beyond reasonable doubt that him is a world-class. Please, whatever your opinion may be on this, I'd like to see it in the comment section. Do it to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on notification to enable you see my next post. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.